Greetings and welcome to my channel, Meta Messiah. I am just sitting here enjoying some morning tea and going to talk about Okinami. Okinami Kanagawa Nami token, been a project I've been a part of this community for 2 years, I believe. This July hitting the 2-year anniversary mark of Kanagawa Nami Okinami token, the Great Wave off Kanagawa. The Great Wave painting by the famous artist Hokusai. This was the token that came after Digitaro Tsuka. As you recall, in late May 2022, Tsuka emerges onto the scene, and during a bad bear market, it's booming. I think it reached well over 100 million at one point on its market cap. And then Okinami does its boom during the bear market and goes up over, I don't know, over 15 million or 17 million, something like that. And they're two very mysterious tokens because they surround the Ryoshi Research Twitter account, as it was Twitter back then, and its update from the previous images to a background showing the moon and the cloud and the stars, and this strange change to a Buddhist Siddha, I believe, named Milarepa. And that happens 4 days. This is what happens to the Ryoshi Research Twitter account. You can look it up yourself. 4 days after Tsuka launches. Then Okinami comes out, and this is a really mysterious token as well, with a lot of strange blockchain messaging similar to Tsuka. And we see that the deployer wallet for Okinami predates Shiba Inu's deployer wallet by 40 days. 4 and 40. 40 is a divine number. Very intentionally 40 they did. And, excuse me, I'll take a sip of my tea. A lot of people got into Okinami with this expectation that it was going to be some type of major project from possibly the ETH Foundation or ETH developers, Ethereum. It is an ERC20 token after all, but really the connectivity to the Ethereum developers was through blockchain ties, possibly, whereas the Genesis wallet is one thing because you could tie essentially an ERC20 back to the Genesis wallet for a lot of different tokens. That was one connectivity, was the Okinami deployer wallet and the connections to the Ethereum Genesis wallet. But the bigger one was these transactions that were very odd. With large amounts of Ethereum going in and out of the Okinami deployer wallet. And basically, to make a long story short, the community was convinced that the ETH developers were up to something. What that was, we could only surmise back then, in the summer 2022, up through the fall, was there's some utility they're going to create, a new token. Then we get to the point where the, imagery and the pictures seem to draw this connection to Vitalik Buterin and ETH San Francisco back in 2022, the big DevCon they did in San Francisco, and this connection to Osaka, Japan, a friend of Vitalik Buterin, and possibly this mysterious Ryoshi character in connection there too. But what was the biggest thing of all was the blockchain messages consistent with when Ethereum updated its roadmap mentioning the surge. And we're in the surge phase right now for Ethereum, right on the precipice of its ETFs. The Ethereum ETFs are right about to be launched. And the surge phase, which is designed for the massive scaling of Ethereum and to lower gas costs. And so the blockchain message on the Okinami side, Kanagawa, Nami, Okinami, was the surge within a very short time frame of when Vitalik Buterin posted that roadmap 2.0 and bringing together all the phases to come that we're in right now. Then the dev disappears. Then soon after that, nothing more. I don't believe there's been any direct messaging in terms of blockchain messages. We've seen some on and off with the website and the community, more or less, kind of just in this what are we going to do now phase for quite some time. I'm going to bring it all back. Tsuka was the first vision. These were people that are connected to the Shiba Inu development. They branched different ways. They went with Tsuka on the one hand, the dragon, and they went with the fisherman Okinami on the other. And as you know in the story of the avatar on the Okinami, okay, Urashima Taro, the fisherman story from Japan, that's the Okinami Twitter account, which has been dormant, of course. The dragon has a palace under the ocean, under the sea. And Otahime, the turtle, he saves the turtle. The turtle turns into this woman, and he ends up at the dragon palace under the sea, and he becomes essentially married to this beautiful princess with all the riches you could ever ask for. And then he wants to go back home, and by going back home, he wanted to just say goodbye, and she's like, if you go back home, it's probably, this is all I can give you, is this gift to tell you. She was disappointed, obviously. She did not want Urashima Taro to go home. But he does, and he takes the gift, he gets there, everybody's basically dead. Everybody in the future, because it's like many years have passed, and he's like, whoa, my parents are gone, everybody I knew is gone. And now all I have is this little box, this treasure box. And he opens up the treasure box from his wife, Otahime, and as a result, it causes him to rapidly deteriorate and die. Or close there, too. I mean, I think he dies, but some might say he just becomes very old and then eventually dies. But that's beside the point. The story is the dragon palace under the sea. Okay, the turtle is just a vehicle from one realm to another, and Urashima Taro gets everything he's ever asked for. These tokens are imbued and deeply entrenched in symbolism and stories and mythologies and blockchain messages. They're meant to be enigmatic mysteries. Tsuka was meant to, I think, build something big and bring into it an ecosystem of interrelated tokens that were all supposed to come together and build something grand. The Tsuka people just blew off Okinami. They just blew it off. And now look at them. They're under 7 million market cap. The Tsuka chart is abysmal. It's gone from 100 million down to like below 7 million. And some might say it's a buying opportunity and whatnot. But there were a lot of bad actors involved with Tsuka, I think, that really kind of spoiled the broth. And so it's a funny parallel to Shiba Inu, where it's like the devs went the wrong direction and alienated a lot of people. And who knows, Tsuka might reemerge in this bull market. But the bigger point is the dragon, okay, Tsuka, and the fisherman, they're supposed to be joined. They're supposed to bring them back, bring them to the dragon palace under the sea, and the treasure, the fortune is then made, and build upon each other. Instead of being in competition, they're supposed to build upon each other, and yet they haven't done that. I don't even know what utilities Tsuka's even built. They've had all this time, all this money. What have they built? I've gone to their website. There's nothing to show on there. I don't see anything big being made for the bull market. It just seems like the devs are just pocketing the money and just keep talking about what they're going to do, and they don't do anything. So But the difference is with Okinami, there's Kanagawa, Nami, and Okinami doesn't have a dev promising anything. It was handed to the community. And if anything, I'm going to tell you this right now, the 2023 roadmap, 2022-2023 roadmap promised by the dev may have been a symbol only to say, look at the ETH 2.0 roadmap for the surge. That is our roadmap. The community has to take it over and do what needs to be done. Okinami was created to be passed off to a purely decentralized community to build something with respect to the surge. And as of right now, it's just a grandiose meme coin with zero utilities. If they did build another liquidity pool, it's great. But if Okinami wants to succeed, if Tsuka wants to succeed, the tokens that can make a strong connection to Ryoshi, we all can be fishermen, have to come together to pool each other's liquidities and build their liquidities and build a massive project that serves the purpose of the Ethereum roadmap so that ERC20 tokens can all benefit from some type of collaborative utility building to emerge from the mere meme coin to an actual useful thing, because Ethereum beckons people to build meme coins, but also to build utility eventually. They evolve. But then there's no going back, hopefully. You just continue to build and continue to create utilities. That's the evolution. Look at Shib's evolution. Meme coin, nothing but meme coin. Then all of a sudden Shiba Swap. Then all of a sudden Shibarium. Then some games and Shiba Metaverse and this and that. But the community built and did their own thing. That's the model. That is still the model that Ryoshi and Satoshi were divided over. Only along the lines, I think Ryoshi felt that Shiba Inu was too centralized in its control and was too much in the hands of deep pockets that were investing in it that had too much control over it. So Ryoshi goes his own way. Ryoshi starts Tsuka. Ryoshi starts Okinami. Ryoshi could have started Beardy. I'm seeing that maybe there's a Beardy connection there too. Ryoshi starts a number of different tokens and says, build these meme coins, build a decentralized ecosystem of interconnected tokens. I'm going to seed many communities with these new projects. Go forth and build. I don't want you to rely on me. I am nobody. Go build, go build, go build. Build up what you're meant to be. Whatever it is, for Okinami, it's the surge. For Tsuka, it's digital currency. Okay? Be your own bank, Beardy, build liquidity pools, invest. Okay? The grand opus of Ryoshi, 40 days before Shiba Inu, the Great Wave. You see this Great Wave imagery all over the place. And before I forget to mention it, if you go to the Shiba Inu recent media that's been dropped, Shiba Inu's Medium, I believe, and I'll see if I can find the link and I'll put it in the description. But the Shiba Inu Medium showing the imagery of the Great Wave off Kanagawa, Hokusai's art, and this discussion that sounds very much akin to what is the progeny now of this major ecosystem. Satoshi will go his own way, and he'll build that vision until he's done. Ryoshi has gone with multiple projects. Satoshi's been throughout Asia right now. If you saw what he's been doing, Satoshi visited Japan recently, India. Okinami has a very strong connection to Japan and Japanese art, and Japanese mythology and storytelling. They're right there ready for something. I would say if Okinami community was smart, they would be focusing their efforts right now to focus on the Asian crypto economy, crypto market, and pushing heavily with the Japanese people now that Satoshi's been there. and say, we are connected to Shiba Inu. You love Shiba Inu. Well, guess what? Okinami is connected. It was the deployer wallet predates by 40 days. Japan, this is your official meme coin that we could build something great if you want to be a part of it. With thousands and thousands of crypto enthusiasts in Japan looking to buy stuff. And it's coming. And that's what the warning was to all those, was to say Saitoshi's going on his tour starting in Japan. Okay? There's a big media with his mask. He was wearing his mask and everything. What is Saitoshi planning? Well, he still believes what Ryoshi wanted. And he wants to expand that market in Asia. It's important. There's an expansion of that market. An expansion for Shiba Inu and all of its progeny. As much as people don't like Shiba Inu, Tsuka is kind of a progeny of Shiba Inu, but one that wants to go the right direction through pure DeFi. And it failed in that aspect. And now it's wondering now, and it's postulating what it's going to do to rebuild itself as it's been languishing on price. The community has been languishing to some extent. People have exited. They're like, I'm just losing money, or I don't see anything coming to fruition. But then there is Okinami. Same situation. So it's up to the communities to want to build. I suggest going after that Japanese and Asian market with the imagery that means more to them as a meme than it does to us in the United States, even though we recognize the artwork. And that's all I have to say. I'm not going to make any more videos until the community does what clearly was laid out for them. All the clues, the blueprint, the roadmap is all in the clues that Ryoshi left for the community to go forward and build, and not to wait for him anymore. He's not coming back. And if he does, it's because the community succeeded and he wants to say, yeah, you got it right. I'm here again to say, yes. Finally, I'll give you my support. So until next time, folks, you can keep doing your research. You can keep looking for all these strange connections through the blockchains, or you could actually be proactive and build. That's what I suggest doing. Please support the channel, like, subscribe, share, comment, give me your feedback, and I'll see you next time.